I'm at a new location. We're over the river and I've got my friend Danny who's going to give me a hand having a look at these ramps in the back of the van and see if we can figure out what's amiss. It's the longest drive the van's done at decent speeds since getting it sorted. So it's behaved itself on the way over. Hopefully it's going to keep behaving itself. And let's dig in and see what's actually wrong with it. Hopefully not very much. Okay, so we've got the panels off again. Danny's had a quick look to get an idea of what's actually going on in here and how it all works. And now we're going to see what's in this little box,
which is the hand controller.
Oh no, flathead screws.
Yeah.
Hey, flathead screws.
Just shows the age of it. I think there's going to be anything else in there. It's probably held in by the cable. Might have to pause this while I use some unreasonable force.
Look away, children. Must be a catch or something in it. Oh, it's not the light thing. Does that unscrew?
I was wondering. No, that's front. If it is, it's really impressively done. Doesn't feel like it.
Anybody think we weren't supposed to tamper?
I wonder if they put some glue in it around the bottom.
You've got to be careful, it's an antique, that.
It's made of, probably also made of unobtainium. It's actually glued on in the back somewhere. And I've got to have this apart because this will tell me how that's wired. I suppose I could bell it out.
I'll tell you what, let's have a piddle with it. I'll turn the camera off and we'll have a better look at it.
Yeah. Wires for an operation. And one up and one down. Wonderful.
We're in. And the thing that was holding it back was this little bit of hot glue here. Yeah, so quite simple looking. I don't know what I'm looking at, Danny does, which is why I'm here.
Okay, so we plugged this into the van to work out what make sure all the wires were working and everything, and we found that, which isn't very good, so we're going to have to solder it back together again. So we'll wet the joint up, a little bit of solder, a bit of fresh, lovely lead-based solder. And burn my fingers, of course, because, well, why not? Done. That looks good. About as good as the last job, the person that was in there anyway, so that'll be right then. Let's put it back together again and see if it works.
Danny's got this back together and repaired, and pointed out there's a nice little Made in England there on the lid. As far as we're aware, this is the original controller for the van, and just doing a little diagram on here so that we've got a point of reference for everything before it goes back in. Danny's on a bit of a parts hunt at the moment. We have bits missing, but diagnosis is progressing, getting through what wires do what's missing, what's been mucked about with, and everything is just sort of exploded all over the floor because that's the stage of the job we're at. Further investigation has been underway. Popped another trim panel off and found out where one of the missing wires goes, which pops out back here. And Danny's just investigating this switch because it's being a little bit temperamental. So we're looking for a solution to that issue. Also, just trying to decipher what's supposed to be here, because of course this was done long enough ago, it's not to modern standards. So not everything is as you would expect it to be. But I'm glad I've got Danny to help with this because I haven't got a clue. Order is being established. Again, I can't pretend to understand any of this. Danny is explaining it, but I'm not very electrically minded. The biggest problem is this original wire here. Everything's, there's only just enough to get done what we need to get done. Hopefully we can do it, because I don't have much in the way of supplies, and the wire I did buy is the wrong kind, which I didn't know until we got into it. It's always the way. Yeah, less chaos, more order, which is a good thing.
Right, so at the moment what we've done is just wire it up how I think it's going to work. I've not laid the cables away tidily, nothing's put away. This is literally the first test and we're recording it, which always seems like a really, really good idea. And nothing at all. Which is exactly what you'd expect. Right, let's go and have another look and see what's going on. Take two. Looks like we've got some dirty contacts on the switch. So, fingers crossed, take two, going down. I have to stop it there because it's just pulled the switch off. But that was because we wired it to just work quickly. So I'll reroute the cables and be back in a second. Take 3, 4, 5, I've lost count. So I've tidied the wiring out of the way, so hopefully we should go up. And car goes down. Car doesn't go down. Oh, yes it does. There we go. Sorted. Van goes up. Van goes down. Van goes up. Van goes down. Van goes up. Van goes down. Van goes up. Done.
It's the final video in this series on this little van. If you've not been here before, my name is Angel. I'm a full-time artist. I do these YouTube videos, and there's lots of other things on the channel to enjoy. It's not just cars. As you will know, if you've seen previous episodes, this van unfortunately had catastrophic engine failure on the Humber Bridge, and it's the first time I've ever had a vehicle do that to me. We think it was a freak failure of the mechanical fuel pump, and it's basically pumped fuel into the oil, thinned it, meant that all the moving metal parts inside have destroyed one another, and now it is dead. Here's what it sounds like now. there's no coming back from that one. Because it's so close to me moving house, I haven't got the money or the time to fix this. I can't get it transported to the new place, and yeah, I just have to admit defeat. I've opted to offer the van up for free on the various fora that I use, and somebody is going to come and collect that hopefully in a little bit, all being well. By the time you watch this, the van will have gone. It's not going to be available from me. The new person's plan is to hopefully drop a new engine in it and carry on using it, because realistically, if you can get hold of a new engine, it's going to be a fairly easy one to return to the road. It's still got bags of MOT on it, and I'm hoping that's what happens. Whether or not I find out what happened to the engine for definite, or what their future plans are, we'll have to wait and see. But for me, this is the end of the road with this one.